Hey guys, Harsh here, back in the video. So I have a new brand for you guys, which is LCD models, which absolutely makes no sense to me. It is liquid crystal display models. I mean, those who know what LCD means, I mean, this is completely bonkers for them. So this is the McLaren Senna GTR, which in my opinion is the best looking car I have reviewed on this channel so far, and it is in the chrome and red livery, which looks absolutely beautiful on this car. And this is in the scale of 1 to 64. Cost me a fortune to get it, but it was worth it. So if you look at the box there, then you can see we have the information about the company, I think, and notice for children's. It is actually for 16 years and above. Most of the models usually are for 14 years, but this one is for 16 years for some reason. And as you can see, we have the original McLaren logo sticker there as well. So enough talking, let's just quickly unbox it and see what we get inside. So it comes out very nicely. It does actually come with the acrylic case, which is nice to see as well. So slides out just like so, and I think I got the cover as well, so just leave it there. We also get this, which is a quality control pass card. They just put it in the box for some reason, so nothing to see there. So here's the model, held by only one screw, and would you look at that, I mean, the lighting is hitting the car perfectly. As you can see, the carbon fiber on the back wing looks absolutely beautiful, and it has disc brakes, so that's nice to see as well. The front, pretty aggressive looking. So let's just quickly take it out and take a closer look at it. So here is the model out of its base, and I would actually compare it with the normal McLaren Senna one, but that would be irrelevant for this video, so I'm just going to focus on this one. And if you want to see that video, you can just comment down below if you want, so then I will only make it. I'm just going to tell what is basically the difference over here. So basically we get a lot of like aerodynamic changes all around the car, especially with the back wing, and the front is almost identical apart from these fins over here. So let's start with those as well. And as you can see, they are in a very nice carbon fiber finish along with the name Senna written on it as well. And these are very small delicate parts, so I wouldn't recommend dropping this model anytime soon. And if you look at the headlights, which are sort of hidden away, if you look at it from the top there, they are not part of the aerodynamics like in other cars. So these are, I think, plastic inserts, and they look absolutely beautiful on the car. It gives a very nice aggressive look to it, and you can actually see the tiny lights that are in I think sort of squarish finish. So that's a pretty nice detail as well. Along there we actually have a tow hook for some reason. I don't know if it's a tow hook or what, but it looks like one, and it is only one on the car and there is no one on the other side, so I'm guessing it is a tow hook, but I might be wrong. Then if you look at the sort of on the lip, then you can see we have the GTR written over here, which is quite nicely detailed as well. And one thing I actually missed is the Pirelli logo, which is right underneath the Senna logo. So obviously that means these are Pirelli tires, P0, yes, and I will come to that later on. But let's take a look at the hood of the car, which is absolutely beautiful and one of the favorite parts of the car. So it is in a hexagonal chrome finish that slightly and geometrically fades away into this bright red color. Then coming to the wheels, as you can see, they are quite nicely detailed as well. The rims and the rubber tire looks very nice. And if you look at the inside, then you can see we have the disc brake, which actually stays stationary if the wheel is rotating, which is absolutely beautiful to see in a car model like this one. But the wheel is quite stiff because of the clearance that it has with the car body, so it actually rubs quite a big time with the actual car body, so it is quite stiff to move around, but it does actually move, so that's been nice. That is the same story with the back wheels. Here you can see this wheel is rubbing against the fender there, so same story here, moves nicely but has some sort of friction going on. And that disc brake inside it, the red brake calipers, stay stationary. Now if you move to the doors, then you can see there's a normal McLaren Senna door with one big difference, which is the carbon fiber panel over here. And normally I think there is a sort of window over here, but in this case it is a carbon fiber panel. That is, I think, for the weight reduction, because this is, I think, a race car with the number 36 and a British flag, so I'm guessing that. And the sponsor of Richard Mille all over the car body, as you can see. Here is the non-wind downable window, whatever you like to call it. So this actually has a slit in it, so you can slide the door open and close so that you can put some stuff in the car or put it out. And I think this is also on the normal McLaren Senna, but I may be wrong. I will need to check that as well. Here you can see we have the fuel port, which is not on the other side. Very nice to see. And coming to the top of the car, then you can see we have the slit cut out for the door. We have the huge McLaren logo, and along with the antenna, which is, I mean, quite tall for a car like this one, but As you can see, it is quite flexible. I was a bit scared at first by moving it, but right now I am quite comfortable. And if you accidentally break it, all you have to do is just buy a toothbrush a black one and just take out one bristle of it and replace it with that, so that would work absolutely fine. The thickness of it may vary, but it will complete the look of the car. Then if you move to the back, we can see we have the scoop, which scoops air from the top of the car and goes into the engine and cools it down or whatever it does. So a very nice detail as well, and as you can see, it is also on the carbon fiber finish look, which is sort of in like a triangular form, as you can see. Now this car has a quite nicely detailed interior, but you won't be able to see that from here. So what I'm going to do is just disassemble this whole car so that you can take a closer look at the interior. So just give me a second and I will do that. So it comes down in two pieces, as you can see, the metal body over here and the plastic interior. If you look at the seats there, you can see they are racing seats along with the seat belts. I think this is a 5-point seat belt. Very nice to see. And if you look at the dashboard there, also see the amount of detail that the manufacturer has put into the car. We have a nice dashboard which is actually lit up and it is actually displaying the speed, and it is also in neutral. So this is actually very nice to see as well, along with the prototype logo. And there is a gas tank there for some reason. I am guessing for extra power or something like that. Here is the engine that otherwise wouldn't be in a glass cage. The sides of the seat, as you can see, reads GTR, but it is not quite clearly visible, but still very nice to see that it is there. By far one of the most detailed interior that I have seen. So let's just put the car back together and continue on with the review. Now moving to the back there, we can see we have the exhaust, but not for the engine but for the air that it scoops up. So from the sides of sides there and on the top as well. So it comes from these three entry points and blows out from these two massive black vents. And after that we have the huge McLaren Senna GTR spoiler, which is actually just a normal antenna, but it has been reinforced and made into carbon fiber, which looks absolutely beautiful. As you can see, we have the McLaren logo on both the side on the back wing as well, also on the top of there, as you can see, and underneath that we have the GTR logo. Then if you look at the tail lights, they are okay, but I'm guessing that this is also on the case on the original car, so not going to complain a lot here. Then we have another tow hook there, as you can see, the tiny red circle, and I don't know what's the deal with these many tow hooks. It just adds weights to the car, but I'm guessing there were some sort of regulations that you have to have a tow hook or whatever. Now if you look at the underneath of the exhaust, then you can see we have the McLaren logo, but for the camera I don't think it is quite clearly picking it up, but if you have a magnify lens you can clearly see it along with the McLaren logo, which is on the top right corner. So very nice detail there as well. Also the exhaust system there, as you can see, it is painted black, which I'm guessing is the case for this car, but if it is not, that would have been a nice silver paint. So this is actually one of the details that I look out for in a car, which is the silver painting of the exhaust system, which is missed by quite a lot of manufacturers. Then finally, if you look at the underneath there, you can see we have this massive diffuser, which helps with the ground effect or something like that. I'm not sure, but as you can see, it is also very aggressive looking as well and adds a nice look to the car. So there it is guys, the McLaren Senna GTR by LCD Models, and this is a very nice model to have in your collection. I mean, just look at how good it looks in the racetrack. So thanks for watching the video guys. If you have any doubts regarding this video, you can comment down below. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. So until then, I will see you all in the next one.